Okay, so this is our last Sunday for letting it fly. And when I made this decision to let it fly, it was really a call inward. It was like a calling to me to just let it all go, to allow something I call safe passage. Think about this. To allow safe passage to our true selves. It really was a calling for y'all to spend this month letting go of all the stuff that stops us from being who we truly are. Letting go of whatever we need to let go of to really let who we are come out. Safe passage. Safe to be myself. It's safe to be talented. It's safe to succeed, yes? It's safe to be wealthy. Y'all safe to be wealthy? It's safe to be loved. And it's safe to love. And it's safe to love whoever you love. Safe to... And so it is. Ultimately, it's safe to be my greatest self and not care what anyone else thinks. Safe to just be who I truly am and not care what the world may think about it. And that's what that little girl in this song, that little girl, the woman, she becomes a woman in the movie, is saying. She has this amazing gift. And she's been told, hold it in. Keep it in. Don't show anyone that. Don't show anyone that. They won't like you. So just hold that in. Do you know what it's like to hold things in your whole life that is yours to do? Yeah. I bet some of you here today are sitting here thinking there are things that are yours to do that you're not doing that are just inside of you, just like swelling up, yes? Yes. The front row, apparently. So I want to go to the word safe. Safe as an adjective means this: protected from or not exposed to danger or risk. So safe means that I'm protected from everything. As Jason said so clearly, if I am God, what don't I trust? If all there is God, what is there not to trust? Now, there are decisions to make, there are choices to make, there are opinions to have, but in the end, the cold never bothered me anyway. In the end, I know who I am, so those things don't matter so much. As a noun, safe means this: a strong, fireproof cabinet with a complex lock used for the storage of valuables, better known as you. Think about it. How many of us feel like safes? That we are locking everything in and keeping everything out and just keeping it all right here, but it's safe. It's called a safe. I am a safe. I'm a safe place, a safe haven. So, letting it fly. Today is our final day for me to call out to you to say, let it fly. Let it fly the way Delaney and Nora just let it fly. Right? They just let it fly. And if I may, and you know I will, if I may, when they got here today, they were like, we have no voice, we can't sing, it's really, oh my God. What'd you say? Okay. Did you want to get up and tell them? No, okay, good. And I knew what it was in there, but you know what? How many of us, just as we're about to be right on the brink of success, it's like, oh my God, I can't do this. This isn't gonna happen. Oh wow. And so we back away from it. Not everyone has Mama Rose as their father, who basically says, just sing. So true, right. But here's the thing, as I stood there watching them singing and watching them kind of hold back, I thought to myself, wow, they're on a journey, and I need to let them have this journey. I don't need to get in here and involve myself, and I actually let Karen handle it. I said, Karen, do you have this? She said, yes, and I let them handle it. And then they came down here, and oh my God, they just let it fly. And I knew what was in there, and I watched them go from, oh my God, can I, to... I did. I actually watched Nora stand here at one point and just go. And I was like, she's got it. She's got it. That's the journey. The journey from, oh my God, can I, to watch me. And you saw them, both of them, had moments where they were like, watch this. That's letting it fly. And not being ashamed to let it fly. Just letting it fly. Like last night. How many of you were at Cyberd last night? Cyberd last night was amazing. Watching the cast of Bonnie Cahoon's play that I only had really a week with get up here and literally trust me so much that they just moved from, you know how I stage things, move from podium to podium and remember where they're going, and present this amazing play by Bonnie Cahoon, who has let it fly these last few months. She has a TV series about to take off. She has this play that is going to be a huge hit play. She is just letting it fly. And those actors, they just let it fly. And I have to do a shout out to Katie Lowes, one of the stars of Scandal. When you see people who are really succeeding in their lives, really on a trajectory of major success in their lives, and then you get to interact with them like I did for the last week, you can see why they are who they are and why they are succeeding the way they're succeeding. Because she just lets it fly. And she did last night. She got up here and she had to have 5 orgasms at once. And she was just up here just letting it fly. And it was just amazing. Or like Gary Lynn Floyd did on Friday night. Right? Okay, so these are examples of letting it fly. So my question to you is, when was the last time you let it fly? I mean, really let it fly. When was the last time in your life that you just let it go and just let it fly? Think about that. The lyrics to this song are very smart, very, very smart. David Friedman wrote The Thought Exchange that I just finished teaching. And one of the things he says in The Thought Exchange is that the things that stop us from letting it go are our feelings, our emotions. And that we are always trying so hard to run away from our feelings, to hide our feelings, to change our feelings, that we don't give ourselves the gift of feeling our feelings and knowing that our emotions, our feelings, the sensations that we have are just part of the experience, but I know who I am, I can feel this way, and still keep walking, like these 2 girls did. They knew what they felt like, but they just kept singing. And as they kept singing, they changed, their emotions changed, the fear went to smiling, the smiling went to confidence, the confidence went to victory. Didn't change the fact that they were feeling what they were feeling. They didn't try to not feel what they were feeling, they just felt what they were feeling and kept going. That's what David Friedman's book is all about. And the thing is that we go to these protective thoughts, things that we can go to, like, I can't do this. But do you know that I can't do this is a protective thought? It's protecting you from actually doing it. It's protecting you from all the emotions it's going to take to actually do this thing. So we go to, I can't do this, and that's your protective thought. Or, oh my God, I have a sore throat, I'm not going to sing this today. That's a protective thought. You're in charge of your body's not in charge of you. Right? So, if we would be willing not to run to our protective thoughts and actually stand in the, I am scared to death, and I'm still going to do it. I'm still going to just walk through this with my sensations, with my emotions, with my feelings. That's the way to do it. So these lyrics, the beginning of the song, one of the lyrics is, conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Conceal. Conceal everything. Don't feel it. Don't let anybody know what's going on. And how many of you have been trained for that? You know, don't show anyone you're having a bad day. Don't show anybody you're upset. Don't just always look nice, always smile, always keep it fine. And meanwhile, you're dying inside and you're letting all these feelings just go to this corner of your safe. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, I love in the song, she goes, well, now they know. Because she took her hands and she froze them all. She just shot this ice out and she went, well, now they know. Oh, well. Then she says, let it go, can't hold it back anymore. Don't you get to that point where you just can't hold it back anymore? You just can't stay in this place of, this complacency. You know why that is? Because there's something in you that knows who you are. It's God. It's that thing in you that just is so clear about who you are. You cannot run away from it. No matter where you go, you're going to find yourself. And within you is that voice that keeps saying, you can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. I love that. Let the feelings just rage on. Let the emotions rage on. Let my everything rage on. And then she says, the cold never bothered me anyway. That line, besides the fact that it's such a brilliant musical line for this big song, and then just go, the cold never bothered me. It's so passionate, right? The cold never bothered me anyway. Great lyric. What if we understood that whatever we thought were our problems, let's just say the cold, what if we actually knew somewhere inside of us, it never bothered me anyway? Not for real. So I'm having all these feelings and emotions, but behind it I say, that never bothered me anyway, because I know who I am. I still feel it. It's still here. I'm still really whatever I am. But guess what? The cold never bothered me anyway. That kind of thinking, that kind of using our minds enables us to let it go. It's funny how some distance makes everything seem small, and the fears that once controlled me can't get to me at all. It's time to see what I can do, to test the limits and break through. No right, no wrong, no rules for me. I'm free. Let it go, let it go. And then the lyric that always grabbed me, I'm one with the wind and sky. What is that saying? These composers, a married couple, these composers, they wrote, all of this whole song leads up to, I can let it go. Why? Because I am one with everything. I am the power of the universe right where I am. I'm not just the wave of the ocean. I am the entire ocean. In that moment, I connect myself to the truth of who I am, and then this beautiful girl does everything and lets everything fly, right? So, let it go, you'll never see me cry. My power flurries through the air into the ground. My soul is spiraling in frozen fractals all around. Good line. And one thought crystallizes like an icy blast. I am never going back. The past is in the past. One of the things that we need to let go of is our past. And that's whether or not your past was glorious and magnificent or whether your past was really painful. Any way you look at it, just let go of your past. Because in every single present moment that you come in alive and in touch with who you are, in every single moment that you are willing to say, here I stand, and here I'll stay, in that moment, the past has no power. Nor does the future, by the way. Those of us that get stuck in, oh my God, I'm thinking about next week, next month, next year, my 10-year plan, my 20-year plan, my 100-year plan. It's this moment, right here. Okay? Let the storm rage on, the cold never bothered me anyway. So the question I have is, are we ready to be that clear about life? So clear that absolutely nothing can ever stop us from taking off. The title of my talk today is, We Have Liftoff. We have liftoff. Now, here's how it works. Air inside of a jet or a plane, whatever it is, builds into a chamber of compressed energy, right? And when you give it space, when you allow it to release, the container, the jet, the plane, lifts off. That's what we have liftoff means. It means that we have enough energy stored up, and we are now ready to let it go. And the minute they do, and you know that moment when it goes, and then all of a sudden this thing just starts to rise, we have liftoff. But I have another way of showing it. Can I have my three assistants up here? So if you three would come up here, please. So let's pretend that the plane, or you, are, you're a balloon. So if you guys would all blow up your balloons, please. Okay, getting your order correctly. Oh no, I need something. Give me that, Karen, right within your hand. Yeah, just give it to me. Thank you, that'll be great. So, I forgot to do this. So, blow them up, hold them up. So, here's you're the balloon. What's inside of you is this divine energy, because you are God, aren't you? Yeah? Yeah? Was that a question? Yeah. So, this is the balloon, right? So, this is all the energy that's just waiting to just be released. And when you let it go, you have liftoff. But sometimes we don't let it go because, I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm a little controlling. Right, Kevin?
No. There are times when you're only a little controlling.
For those of you who didn't hear that, I'm glad. He said there are times when I'm only a little controlling. So here's what happens when we're controlling. God inside of us is ready to lift off, and we do this. Keep going. And we're letting a little bit of God out, and then we get nervous, and we stop. And then God builds up again, and then we go, oh, you know what? There you go. Go ahead, God, build it up again. And then we say, no, I got to let it out. And but we're holding on. because we're controlling it. So that's how it, okay, there's one experience of God. Okay, so the next experience of God is this one. We blow ourselves up. The God energy in us blow it up even more. It's just so big, it's just so amazing, and we're feeling it, right? Don't you pop that. So, right? And there it is. And then we're spending all of our time, we're thinking, I want to do this, I can't do this, and it keeps blowing up, and then all of a sudden,
And all of a sudden it doesn't work. There we go.
it pops. All of a sudden it pops because something inside of you is so tense. Anybody have those moments? When you're just so intense, you're so pressured, everything that you want in your life becomes so overwhelming, you're so pressured, it just pops. How'd that feel? Right? Okay, so that's plan 2, that's expression 2. And then, move over this way, and blow that up a little more. Without fainting. A little more. God is just so in you, so expanding through you. That's good. Okay, good.
Okay.
See? So then there's the understanding that God in me is so powerful, so full, so amazing, so creative that I am willing to just let go, let God, to just stop holding on, stop controlling, and I just allow it to fly up. Most of the time it goes up.
The one
Okay.
time it doesn't.
Stay here. So my question to you is, get in your line, get in your 1, 2, 3 line. Yes, just so they know. Which one are you? Think about this. Which one of these 3 kids, which one of these 3 experiences are you? Are you the person that's constantly controlling it and letting it just, do its thing, right? Are you the one that keeps popping and then having to come back to beginning and letting it blow up again and then breaking because that's your experience of life? Or are you the one that fuels up, and then allows yourself to just let it go and let everything be what it needs to be? Kids, everybody come up. You need to blow up your other balloons. Come on up, kids. So, just everybody get around me. So, this is the end of our Letting It Fly month, right? And please, now that we've all learned from Maria how to do this. No.
And you thought mine was bad?
I think it's just the blue ones. I think it's just the blue ones.
Naturally, our son. Blow it up. It's your spit. It's not a problem. So at the end of this Letting It Fly month, this really has been a very powerful month for me. I've really noticed when I've been holding on too tight. I've also noticed when I let things overwhelm me to the point where I pretty much burst. And I've also known and noticed and felt what it feels like to just let go, as Jason said, to just trust the divine, to know the truth of who I am. So strongly, so clearly, that no matter what goes on in my life, I am capable. Are you all ready, guys? I am capable, I will tell you, to make a conscious choice. This is a conscious choice. You're following my conscious choice. This is my mind. It is waiting for me to direct it. Every now and then there's a wired part of my mind that takes over. But for the most part, I am in charge of my mind. Keep it over my head, do not hit me. Right? I am in charge of my mind. And when I decide, when I say to myself, I am ready to just let it go, then I say, go. And so it is. Namaste. Thank you, kids. Nope, you're done. That's it. Thank you, body. You're done. Oh, no, you're up here. Stay up here. Stay up here. Okay, y'all get the message? Okay.